What's up, kiddies? Mike the Bagman here, your friend in horror from the Demented Forever podcast. We're going to see what's in this freaking bag, aren't we? All right. I know what's in this bag. This has been talked about on the podcast a lot. You can find that podcast on YouTube where you see our faces, all that crap. You're welcome. We're on iTunes, Spotify. Check us out on the TikTok, Instagram. This is the American Werewolf in London bag. All right. Let's just start with this. I recently got signed at an art exhibit that featured Rick Baker's work. A lot of cool stuff there. And I figured I would bring this along in case a lot of his friends showed up. And guess what? A lot of his friends showed up. There's John Landis. He showed up. He signed this in yellow for me. Funny, stupid story with this. I brought something else to get re-signed by Landis and completely forgot about it in my bag right there, and I had him sign this instead when I should have had him sign this other thing, which I will show you in a moment. I also got this signed. This is the werewolf, this is the nightmare demon. They're in a dream that David has, and he actually signed this for me at a Monsterpalooza. I didn't even realize it. Silver chrome. It looks great in this light. This is a lenticular, and these are all paint pens. This was a purchase from Dark Delicacies that they had that John Landis signed in paint pen. Paint pen, yes. Okay. So I had Rick Baker sign it in a yellow Molotov paint pen there, and I kept it out of the way. It kept it safe, and it dried, and it looks great. You got to be careful opening these NECA Ultimates because the sticker here, a lot of them have been known to come off and rip the cardboard. And this, there were 4 of them, so they've got 4 heads, so you need 4 if you want to complete that scene. Whatever. But this is really cool. This I would call complete. And we'll just put it up like that. But yeah, look at that. That's purty. Yeah. Orange paint pen, silver chrome, and look at me touching it like a fucking idiot. And yellow paint pen. All right. Here is the cursed figure, the infamous cursed figure. Now, before I turn the camera on, I finally erased the original Rick Baker autograph, which was right above the new John Landis autograph, and I did what I could to clean up the John Landis. It does look a little bit better. That is Griffin Dunne that I got signed at the LA Book Festival in April over at USC in Los Angeles. And Rick Baker re-signed this baby for me. Man, that guy was so nice. This was at the CoPro Gallery at the Bergamot Station in Santa Monica. That was there in May. And it just ended June 1st, Sunday, the last day of Monsterpalooza. Funny story there! Coming up. But this just needs David Naughton, who is now doing premium pricing for some reason. And if I want this signed by him, it's going to cost me $70 fucking dollars. That's a lot of money. But that would be complete unless Jenny Agutter comes around and wants to sign my pictures or my crap. All right. Now, let's start with this. I was at that book festival when I got this signed by Griffin Dunne right over there. And I completely forgot. It was the only thing I brought. I completely forgot this existed. This is an EWAF, an Eyes Without a Face, created by Jason Edmiston. I would have had that signed in black right there. And I completely forgot I owned this. So that sucks for me. And what's the other thing? Guess what else I forgot I owned? I was looking at these 2 figures, taking it to that gallery to hopefully get signed, and I got lucky. I admit, first world problems. But I forgot this fucking thing existed, and I own it. This was signed by John Landis, and I got this signed by Griffin Dunne a couple years ago when he did a poetry reading. There was a bunch of celebs that were at the American Legion Post 43 in Hollywood, reading letters written by veterans, and it was a very moving night. Sharon Stone was there, Griffin, Dunne, Bill Pullman was there from man, so many things. Spaceballs, The Serpent and the Rainbow, Ruthless People, which was the first thing I ever saw him in, and of course The President and Independence Day. So this is signed by, there's Griffin, there's Landis, and there's David Naughton. And this I would have gotten signed right there. There's the werewolf, the Kessler werewolf. I've been forgetting a lot of shit this year, so sorry, folks. That's where I would have gotten that signed. Had I remembered to bring it, and I bumped into Rick Baker at Monsterpalooza in the museum on Sunday morning. And I asked him if he was going to be back at the gallery, because I would have loved to have had him sign my wolf figure, meaning this. And he said, you know what? I'm going to be there Monday, tomorrow, midday. And he didn't have to tell me that. That was very nice of him. So I got there around 12:30, waited till about 4:30, and I missed him. I did not find that out until, well, a couple of days later. He got there before midday, but midday is like not 12:30. That's lunchtime. That's the lunching hour. But I missed him, unfortunately. But that was so nice of him to actually give me the opportunity to go there and try and get this signed. I wish I'd gotten there earlier, but I did not. I was told I just missed him. I must have just missed him. Because I was there quite a while, and people are looking at me. It's a nice gallery complex. I highly recommend you go. There's galleries, lots of beautiful art to be seen and purchased. There's even a little comedy club. You can go see comedy there at the Bergamot Station. It's on Michigan Avenue in 26th in Santa Monica. And, oh man, all right. But yeah, I forgot. I should have brought that to the opening night that Rick Baker appeared and was signing the purchased art, and he was just taking pictures and signing anything for the fans. Just a hell of a great dude, and just one hell of a talented artist, makeup special effects. First one to ever win an Academy Award, considered probably the best in the history of Hollywood. And I would not argue that, but that's what's in the bag. Just stay focused, folks. I'm trying to do that. It's been a weird year for me, but most importantly, we're your friends in horror at the Demented Forever podcast. Give us a listen, like, follow, blah, blah, blah. But most importantly, stay demented.